The People's Republic of China is the world's most populous country, the second biggest global economy, and the fourth biggest country landmass on Earth. China is big. China is significant. Where would we be without China? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Rebecca Felgate, and we're pondering an incredibly far-reaching question today as we ask, what if China didn't exist? Blimey, I mean, where do we even start? I guess for now, let's assume that it just sort of disappears into thin air. The landmass just isn't there. It all just vanished one day. Well, it would be quite the vanishing act, as the world would lose approximately 1/15 of its landmass. It would also lose 20% of its people. That's right, without the most populated country in the world would lose a whopping 1.38 billion people in the blink of an eye. The one and possibly only positive is that the world would be a lot less polluted without China. China is the biggest contributor to worldwide pollution. Right now, China is responsible for over 1.6 billion tons of carbon dioxide each year, but by 2030, it is projected to single-handedly put out as much as the entire world combined does today. That's worrying. One of the reasons that China burns so much coal and creates such intense pollution is that it's busy creating products to export across the globe. Without China, we may have less pollution, but we would also have less glorious stuff. The Western world would majorly lose out on cheap manufacturing. America is China's biggest trade partner, as the United States corporations realize that they could use China to keep expenses low. The San Francisco Federal Reserve estimates that for every dollar spent by a product made in China, 55 cents would go back into American jobs. The worldwide tech industry would especially suffer, with Capital Economics saying that China produces 93% of all laptops and tablets and 3/4 of the mobile phones in the world. Companies that rely heavily on Chinese imports, including Apple, Microsoft, and Walmart, could go bust. It isn't just tech that we get from China. We also purchase vast quantities of cheap clothing. 41% of all American clothing comes from China. Ultimately, with the loss of product from China, the world would suffer a huge recession, and prices would be sky high for consumers in countries that previously traded with China. Without China, there would be significantly less worldwide domestic growth. While China doesn't export too much in the way of food to the West, North Korea would be pretty hungry, as their larger neighbor exports a lot of food to their small, hungrier neighbor. The question would be, who would step up to fill the economic void left by China? It would probably be India, Bangladesh, or Pakistan, increasing their own economic power. Politically, without China, international relations would be very different. China is a little bit of a peacekeeper at the moment. Ish, anyway. China is one of the only things standing between North Korea and total annihilation. Of course, if that were to happen, they would likely try and strike back. So, no China asking hotheads to rein it in could mean a spat of nuclear war. Even if that didn't happen, China is a buffer between Russia and the United States. Without China, both would be vying for supremacy, which never ends well. So what if China had never existed though? Well, that is such a loaded question. China has one of the richest histories in the world, so suffice to say, the world's history would be wildly altered. Suppose China never existed but its landmass did. Who would it be? What country would it be? Would it be part of Russia, Japan, India? Who knows? What we do know is that without China, we may not have paper, printing, cast iron, oil refining, rice cultivation, tea, soy sauce, delicious Chinese food in general, nail varnish, toilet paper, wheelchairs, sunglasses, porcelain, dominoes, playing cards, water wells, compasses, or fireworks, as it was the Chinese who invented gunpowder. They subsequently invented bombs, cannons, and guns. Who knows how long it would have taken other people to create these things, as Chinese progression very much influenced the rest of the world. Ooh, so there we have it. I mean, what a full-on question. What if China didn't exist is so far-reaching, so you guys need to let me know what you think the world would be like too. Also, let me know in the comments section what kind of video you would like us to make next. We're all ears. If you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button and hit that notification bell to be the first to hear big answers. I'm Rebecca Felgate. I will catch you in the next video, but for now, stay curious, stay alert, and never ever stop questioning. Still hungry for more answers? Why not check out our biggest country questions or our biggest what ifs?